HTJ.tax, the international tax firm for 6, 7, and 8-figure investors and entrepreneurs who are living that international life. Are you ready?
If I decide to lose my American, so Juliet is asking, if I decide to lose my American citizenship, do I continue to receive pension and Social Security? Okay, that's an important question as well, because obviously, you know, we speak to a lot of American expats in Portugal, and to be fair, that is their plan. That is their plan. They want to do their 5 years or 6 years or whatever it is, and they want to get a Portugal passport, and then they will renounce and remain either in Portugal or somewhere else within the EU. And, you know, even if you want to travel outside of the EU, Portugal is a powerful travel document. And whenever you're looking at a list of the top 10 passports in the world, Portugal is going to be there. It's going to be there. So it's a pretty powerful travel document, right? So in terms of giving it up, let's talk about that a bit. Let's talk through that process. Once we help probably 3 to 4 clients every month give up their US passport or green card. So this is a process that we're pretty familiar with. You can be, normally there is no exit tax. I know people ask a lot about the exit tax. Assuming that you do not trigger what we call covered expat status, then no, you're not going to be subject to an exit tax. And you trigger covered expat status if your net worth is in excess of $2 million. Or if your tax liability for the 5 years preceding the expatriation or the surrender of your green card is in excess, the number moves up with inflation, but let's say $170,000, $175,000 per year. So you're basically looking at that high net worth, high income earning individual that will be subject to the exit tax. Of course, we do pre-expatriation planning with our clients, because there are some ways that you can legally reduce that tax burden, if not eliminate it completely. So it's worth having that conversation. Under the previous regime, you may have been subject to still being taxed by the US for 8 or 10 years afterwards, after surrendering, but that is no longer the case. You would probably need to pay taxes on any US source income, so like if you still have rental properties, or if you have any sort of deferred payments coming out of the US, like deferred compensation plans. But otherwise, that's it, you're done. Okay, so will you consider to receive your pension? Yes, you can, right? But of course, many people don't let their broker or whoever's holding the pension fund, whichever platform you're using for the pension fund, you're supposed to actually let them know that you're no longer a US person, because then they make payments and they give you something called a Form 1042-S, and you know, you may need to file a return to get a partial refund, et cetera, et cetera. But so the point is that yes, you will still receive your pensions, but it may be subject to special withholding. So again, there's some planning around that, because depending on the jurisdiction you're in, there may be some treaties that you could invoke to get a partial refund on that withholding or a full refund. So there's a conversation and there's some planning opportunities with that. But generally speaking, yes, you're going to get your pension, but it'll be subject to withholding. As for Social Security, that may be a different case. Again, this is not something we deal with pretty often, the Social Security side, because most of our clients don't really depend on it. But you may be prepared, you should be prepared to lose your Social Security. So that's, again, you probably just want to have a conversation with an advisor on that. But that is a distinct possibility that you may lose Social Security if it is that you surrender passport and green card and you stay outside of the US. So, okay.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.